Well, the delusions are starting, or they are restarting, or they are simply continuing. Donald Trump, after weeks of silence since winning the election, is now back, and he spoke publicly at Mar-a-Lago. He was all dressed up for this one in his best black suit, and saying some really ugly and confused stuff. Critics noting that Donald Trump, when the camera pans out, zooms out, you can see that he's gripping the lectern. He again seems extraordinarily low energy and disoriented. And you have to remember that this is what we are. We're not even at the starting line yet. It's November. He gets inaugurated in January. We have not even started the 4-year countdown, and it's already very, very bad. Trump raising eyebrows when he told an audience at Mar-a-Lago that many of his donors are horrible, vicious killers. Take a listen to this.
My wedding, and I never took it down. I said, I'm not taking that down. A lot of people said, oh, maybe you'll take it down. No, we're not taking it down. But it's turned out to be great. We raised more money for charity and politics, I guess, but for charity than any place in the world. That's part of it's the house, and a big part of it's Palm Beach. People are very generous around here. Even total killers, some horrible, vicious killers, but they all contribute a lot of money. Some do it because they want their name in the shiny sheet, and some do it because they're really good people, but they are rich as hell and they contribute a lot.
You know, it's funny how sometimes Trump struggles with humor and comedy, but sometimes he sort of tells the truth when he's trying to be funny. And it's a very scary truth. And that's right. It is absolutely the case that there are some horrible, vicious killers whose thirst for power and access to Trump know no bounds. And when it happens to coincide with unlimited or nearly unlimited financial resources, they are happy to just pour the money into Trump's various PACs or into Trump's club, or as we saw during Trump's first presidency, into his hotel in Washington, D.C., which was essentially subsidized by world leaders choosing to stay there in order to ingratiate themselves with Trump and hopefully get goodies and special deals. In sort of joking, Trump is as honest as I've ever seen him be, which is that there are some truly horrible people supporting him, and now they are going to collect on their IOUs. That's the part that is of critical importance. Now, sometimes the way that these folks collect on their donations is, well, you'll make me ambassador to the Cayman Islands for a few years, maybe. Like, that's one thing, the ambassador shopping, buying and selling for bundlers and major donors. And it's been happening for a long time. It happens with Democrats. It happens with Republicans. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's a good thing, but I will tell you that it's not the worst thing compared to the worst things that happen, which is when the big donors want to collect on policy, on tax treatment, on changes to the tax code or to how health insurance is structured, Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, that helps them, but really hurts a lot of people. You know, if you want to make your buddy ambassador to Aruba, I won't celebrate it, but the damage that does is limited compared to when he starts making good on his promises to individuals, and it has to do with real life-altering stuff. So we're obviously going to be following those changes very closely. Finally, Donald Trump weirdly saying that he went 62 days without sleeping during the campaign.
We had an unbelievable run, and we outworked them. You know, I said, Michael, I was telling Michael before, I went 62 days with no sleep, no this, no that. All we did was speeches, rallies. We did some other things.
Now, of course, Trump's exaggerating, Trump's joking. This is Trump's great sense of humor coming through. I believe the record for staying awake is something like 11 days, and very bad things start to happen. But as usual, Trump's joking, but there's a real thing here. Based on everything we know from what Trump has said, from what Melania has said, from what people around Trump say, he doesn't sleep much at all. Trump claims to sleep 4-5 hours a night. Potentially punctuated with rolling over and excreting some posts to X or posting on Truth Central. If it's true that Trump sleeps only 4 to 5 hours a night, unless he's in the extremely small percentage of the population that really only needs the 5 hours of sleep, this is very unlikely. Most people need more. A lot of Trump's bizarre behavior, erratic statements, a lot of what we see from Trump could be influenced by persistent lack of sleep. Now, every time this comes up, I want to be careful to clarify. I'm not saying if it weren't for Trump's lack of sleep, he'd be a fine president with good ideas that are good for the country. That's not what I mean. Trump's instincts are terrible. The things he wants to do are terrible. I'm not saying that. But as far as his behavior goes, persistent lack of sleep could actually potentially be an explanation. So in Trump's jokes, we find maybe a little bit of truth. Those who follow me on social media may be familiar with my dad's dog, Nemo Pac-Man. Like me, Nemo Pac-Man has no middle name. And that's why I love our sponsor, Ollie. It's clean, fresh nutrition for your dog in 5 flavors your dog will love. You don't need to be a veterinary nutritionist to know that feeding your dog real whole foods with minimal processing is one of the best choices for their health. No harmful fillers, preservatives. Ollie is made in the U.S. in American kitchens using ingredients sourced from trusted growers and producers around the world. You fill out Ollie's 30-second quiz. They'll do a customized meal plan based on your dog's weight, activity level, and other health considerations. For first-time customers, Ollie sends your dog's first box with 2 weeks of meals and a guide for switching them gradually to the new food. Ollie offers 3 plans to choose from. There's the Fresh Plan, the Fresh Topper Plan, or the Mixed Plan. Right now, you'll get 60% off your first box when you go to ollie.com and enter the code PACMAN. They even offer a clean bowl guarantee. If you're not completely satisfied with the first box, you get your money back. The link is in the description.